Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
You know, over the years we've been asked,
Why did we choose to live in Mexico? This is an older video that we made. We get a lot of requests for it. And so at this first part of January, I'm showing you some of the oldies but goodies of some of our videos that we have made. Now, we chose Mexico because actually at that time we had lost 50% of our retirement portfolio. So we were looking for a cheap place to live. We were actually in survival mode. We were, really didn't know what was going to happen. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about that. In the third part of this video, we're going to look at a little glimpse of Lori. Lori typically is the camera person. She's the person behind the camera that's doing a lot of the filming. And I made this little video just to show you a little bit about Lori and who Lori is and her playfulness.
You know, over the years we've been asked, why did we move to Mexico? Why did we choose Mexico? We were living in Hawaii, and why did we come to Mexico? Why was that a thing?
Yeah, why we come to Mexico? What reason?
Yeah, so let us tell you our reason and what happened. In 2006, what did we do, Lori?
Well, we tried to looking somewhere to retire. In 2006, we sell everything. We sell our house, we sell our business, we sell our car. Not everything. We still have a little bit of the stuff is in a storeroom, and then we go traveling.
Yeah, little knickknacks that we kept, and we'll make a comment on that a little bit later. Here, I'll give you the comment right now. Don't save little knickknacks, because what was it? 6 years later, we went back and we sold it all. So don't waste your money in storing stuff for 6 years. So what a little brief story on what happened to us. And in 2006, like Lori said, we both retired, and we decided, hey, let's travel around the world. We were homeless, right, Lori?
Yeah, we were homeless for 6 years.
So 6 years. And so as we were traveling around, we got a call from our financial advisor.
Yeah, so he said, well, you got to look at your portfolio. So what's up, honey?
Yeah, so as we looked at our portfolio, bang, what happened was we lost half of it. Our retirement went down, down, down. And so we went and decided, where can we travel cheap? So we decided Mexico. We drove down here, and what our plan was to come down for 6 months. And I have been traveling in Mexico for a lot of years. And so
nothing for me. I don't know any Mexico. Didn't know Mexico will exist.
Yeah, Lori didn't even know the word for no in Spanish. And so we decided to come down here to save money. And so our plan was 6 months. Well, I had heard about Ajijic Lake Chapala back in 1972.
Yeah, that's what you told me, 1972.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come here and you heard about Chapala and Ajijic for, retirement community? Is that something like that?
That's right, exactly. And so I heard that this would be a great place to retire for expats. And so we came here and we says, well, let's check it out for 1 month. And that was the plan. So we rented this apartment for, what was it? How much did we pay there?
Well, total is about $350 a month.
Yeah.
Include internet and electric and water and everything, and the parking. It's kind of in a gay community, but it's not a community. It's just a private home, private apartment.
Yeah, and so we decided that we would check it out for a month. Well, it didn't take us long because we were really enjoying Lake Chapala area here. And so 1 month wasn't going to be long enough. So we said, let's stay 3 months. So we ended up staying 3 months. In that time, what Lori and I decided to do, we decided how much was it going to cost to live here. So we kept records of everything that we spent, and we found out it was costing us $1,050 a month for everything, the rent, the food, entertainment, just about everything. And now remember, we have to clarify, how many years ago was that, Lori?
I think it was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, so today we can't live on that, and I don't think you could live on that. Definitely you couldn't live on $10.50 a month. So that's not the idea here. That was 10 years ago, and it's important. Things have changed here, and they've gone up significantly here. We moved from that little one-bedroom little apartment, and we moved to a larger unit, what was it, 3-bedroom.
Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom. So, yeah, it cost us about $900 a month. I remember that. And it's make like feel like a home.
And so we were settling in. So now do what Lori just said. We went from $350 a month for rent to $900 a month to rent. And so, so our expenses went up quite a bit more. So let's add it up. We're at $10.50, add another add about another $600 onto that. And that's what we were at. So we were about $1,600 a month at that point of our expenses.
Yeah.
And so we really fell in love with Mexico.
Yeah, so especially the people here very, very friendly, even those all the gringo or Canadian or European, you know, they don't shy to say hello. If you say hello, they say hello, Buenos dias, and all Mexican people, they're all friendly, like a family, you know. That's what we fall in love with Mexico.
Yeah, and so we weighed out the pros and cons about going back, and do we want to go back to Hawaii again and live? Hey, that was way too expensive for us, especially at this level, because our retirement portfolio fell in half. And so we established a home base here. And then out of that, over the years, we have traveled. We may be here for 6 months, and then we go travel for 6 months. We were renting, and we still are renting. And that made it convenient because we could leave and not have to pay rent and that overhead there. So our expenses really, really dropped drastically. And we needed to, because we were in survival mode with our finances. Remember, at that time, I was the only one collecting Social Security. Lori wasn't collecting Social Security.
No.
Yeah. So now we're here and we're surviving. And so this is the reason that we chose Mexico, that we found it was friendly.
Yeah.
It was safe. Believe it or not, it was safe. And that was another thing that...
Yeah. Subscribe every Friday, 5 o'clock at California time. We have a new video for you to watch it.
We've been living in Mexico for 15 years now. And in the second part, we're going to show you what not to do when you're traveling in Mexico.
Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
In this video, what we want to tell you is what not to do in Mexico. The do's, the don'ts, but especially what not to do. It's important to know those things. What we like to do in our videos is we like to give you information, and also we like to entertain you. And so in this video, we're going to give you some helpful hints to allow you, when you come to Mexico, it could be a vacation, or maybe you're visiting, or maybe you decided to live here, on what not to do so your trip is a lot more enjoyable. So we're going to answer these questions in. Don't expect to use your Google Translator here. I bought one, and it's on my phone, I should say, and I was expecting to use it. I thought, this is great. I won't have to learn Spanish. I can use my Google Translator. But the problem is, in a restaurant and around, it's so noisy around you. So all these sounds are coming from all different things. And your little device you have in your hand, it's picking up all those sounds. It gets confused. And so it's very frustrating. If you want to use the voice part, if you want to type it in and you want to do the text part of it, do that, and that'll simplify it for you. So don't expect your Google Translator to translate for you. Lori, what shouldn't they do?
Well, they shouldn't drink the tap water.
No, don't drink the water. But you know, ice cubes are okay because they purify the ice, especially in the resort areas and in the restaurants here. Mexico has a law that they have to use purified water for ice here.
Yeah, in the restaurant. Not sure.
So by watching the water that you drink, get the bottled water, and there's the cap on it, it's sealed. Make sure that sealed is there, and that way you're not going to get Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah, make sure you eat. Make sure you clean your vegetable very well
Yeah.
if you're gonna cook yourself.
Yeah, and fruits too. Make sure they're washed. So you don't want to eat vegetables and fruits unless they're washed.
Yeah, make sure you wash very, 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 very good.
Yeah.
And the other thing, don't expect the Mexican food gonna taste like Mexican food in USA or Canada. This is a real Mexican food. It's a taste different, okay?
Yeah, and so watch out too. If you're not used to spicy, be careful with that too, because again, don't eat too spicy of food. That could create a problem.
It could make your stomach ache if you eat too spicy. The other thing, don't forget the tip. The taxi or the waiter or waitress, they don't have pay like a regular pay, so they pay less and then they expect the tip. And this tip is gonna be 10% to 15%. That is good help for them.
Yeah, so it's important that they tip. You know, it's a poor country, and you know, just be generous with your tips. They really do appreciate that here. The other thing is you want to make sure that even in a gas station, you tip the gas station attendant. That's how they get paid, just by tips. And so be generous with your tips. Now, what won't hurt at all is if you brush up on your Spanish. So don't expect them to understand you. Remember, you're in Mexico, you're visiting Mexico, so brush up on your Spanish a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be too complicated. Could be just like good morning, good afternoon, good day, how are you today? Just little things like that. And they feel very, very happy when you use, you know, a little bit of Spanish. And in a restaurant, maybe you want to get a few words there, and that'll help you out, especially if you're vegetarian or vegan and something like that. So learn those words.
Yeah, it's a good idea to learn all of the words a little bit, even they don't understand, but they see you try. They're very happy and appreciate who you are.
Don't pass up the opportunity to socialize with some of the local people here, and they're very gracious. Be cautious, you know, if somebody approaches you on the street and you feel like you don't feel comfortable with them, but if you feel comfortable with them, don't, you know, pass up that opportunity to make friends with them. We've had a lot of great relationships as we traveled and meet the people. They'll even take us in their house. We can meet the family and stuff like that, you know, and eat there and stuff like that. It enriches your whole experience when you're traveling here. So
The other thing, don't drive at night because it's not too safe to drive at night. And make sure it's on the daylight and you can see better.
yeah, because safety here. So don't drive at night. The other thing here, a lot of times you come here, especially if you're here for a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that, don't adopt a dog. Don't adopt a dog, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't plan on taking it back with you. If you don't plan on, you know, be able to do that, don't adopt a dog.
Yeah, it'll be difficult to do it when you leave. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, be careful. You know, remember, don't go out and get inebriated. Don't get so drunk and all that stuff that you ruin your vacation like that. So be cautious on how you entertain and, you know, what you do, especially after hours. You know, you don't want to get caught in a neighborhood that you don't feel safe in. And so don't overdo your drinking, and you'll have a great time down here.
Make sure you have a good time. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, many don'ts in the drinking part of it. One of the tips we'd like to say is that we always get traveler's insurance when we travel, and so we'd highly recommend getting that for you. You can get emergency medical care, and you can get an emergency evacuation, and so it doesn't hurt to have that little reserve, and it's definitely will save you some money in the long run. Now, should you flush the toilet paper, well, ask the person who you're staying with or in a hotel if they allow you to flush the toilet paper. It's a little different here, isn't it? Don't go yet. We're not done yet. I've got more stuff to show you here. It's good stuff too. Okay, now it's time to look at Lori. Let's see what Lori's up to.
Hi everyone. The thing I'm not in the video often because I'm the camera girl. I can't be in the video if I take a picture, okay? So I apologize for that. For all who watching want to see me, now here I am.
you, and all would be done under the sun.
Wow, what do I do? That's my little video. So give me a subscribe or thumb up or send me a comment and bye bye.
Tomorrow's videos are secret retirement at 40 years old. Don't miss this. Living on $300 a month. Another interview. Hey, let's take a look at Lori's organic gardening. She's proud of it. Would you like more information about Mexico? Would you like to maybe have a plan, something that's customized for you that would help you to transition into Mexico? Is this something that you would like? Well, I have the answer for you. You can book a 50-minute consultation with me, and we'll go over all of your plans, and we'll do a private, program to give you a roadmap on how to live in Mexico, where to live in Mexico, where not to live in Mexico, and different pros and cons of living in another country.
Well, Jerry Brown here,
Lori here.
and we hope you enjoyed that little video. You can subscribe. Look over here. You see my face? Now press on my face, and that'll let you subscribe free. No cost to you. And here's some other videos over here. Press on them, and we'll send you one of those also.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.